Hey. So today we're going to learn about the bone system. Okay. So disclaimer: I'm still learning the human anatomy, and I want to go a long way. So this is still the start, where I want to post things which I've learned, so that one, I can see progress. Two, you can see progress, and hopefully you learn something. Hopefully I learn something. Thank you. So, in 2015, there were two astronauts who went to space for like 1 year, and they were very important for the scientific advancement of how bones work. So normally, people of old people who are older, they tend to lose around 1 to 2% of bone every year. But what they found out after these guys came back is that they lost around 1 to 2% of bone every month. So yeah, we'll come back to that why that happened later. Uh, hmm. Sorry. Huh. So the bone is divided into the axial and the appendicular bones. So the axial bones are the parts which are in the center of the head. So you have your cranium, spinal cord, your ribs. Those are part of the axial. Appendicular are bones which are connected to your body. Like in coding, you say append, where you like add things into a string. Huh. So like where you add things into the body. So that's an appendicular system where you just connect it. So your limbs, your legs, anything which you use to move. Those are your appendicular bones. We have four types of bones. Long bones. Long bones are the ones which are longer than they are wide. Short bones are the connected, like over here, short bones. Flat bones are flat, basically your sternum, your scapula, those are your flat bones. And then there are irregular bones, which are all weird shapes, which cannot be categorized into anything. So your vertebrae or your pelvic muscles, those are your irregular bones. Now the part which I spend the most time on. So we have compact bones and we have sponge bones. So compact bones are the parts like in a long bone. Whatever is on the outside, that's a compact bone, and bones are uh, parts which have something called trabeculae. Trabeculae is part of the spongy bones. So that is the part which has the red bone marrow and yeah, something like that. I'm still learning. So the spongy bone has a lot of honeycomb looking area that can take a lot of stress. So it can crunch up a little, and and then there's the compact bone. So how a bone is remodeled is based on so you have osteoblasts, osteoclasts, and osteocytes. Osteoclasts are the one which dig up. So they're the bulldozer which comes and digs up. Osteoblasts are the ones which come and refill everything again. And when you're refilling it, some part of osteoblast can get stuck inside. That becomes an osteocyte, which is like a signaling system. It has hands coming out and it's checking for any stress which is coming up. So let's say you're doing strength training, for example, and there's a lot of pressure which is coming in. So your osteocyte, so there is also liquid which is flowing in your bones. So your osteocyte will feel the liquid moving around, and it's like, okay, osteoclast, come destroy the bone here, and I want to remodel this again. So osteoclast will come, starts to eat all the bones, and releases calcium and phosphate, and then osteoblast comes and remodels it. It's like breaking up a road and repurposing it. So an osteoblast in class, they work on the outer surface of an osteoid. An osteoid is like the smallest structure of a cell, of a bone tissue. So, so they come and they eat up the extra part and remodel it again. That is And your yellow, so you have red bone marrow and a yellow bone marrow. Red bone marrow, which has a lot of blood cells, and yellow bone marrow is what has fat cells. Fat cells is what. So if you are an animal, yellow bone marrow would be very nutritious for you. You can still have it if you're a human. Anyway, uh, huh? Yeah, it's some of the best sources of calorie you can get. That is what I learned today. Thank you.